Welcome once again to Commander by Dana. Today we continue to build decks led by the Elder Dragons and founders of the Strixhaven School of Magic. Quick reminder, because prices haven't settled yet, I didn't bother to try to keep the deck budget. Now, most of the cards that aren't overpriced pre-orders are staples, so if you do order the cards for this deck and wind up not liking it, you can always use the lands and other cards in another deck. Leading today's deck is the master of Mathemagics himself, Quandrix the Proof. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Quandrix the Proof is a 6-mana 6/6 legendary Elder Dragon with Flying, Trample, and Cascade. He also makes it so that instants and sorceries we cast from our hand also have Cascade. Cascade is one of the most broken mechanics in Magic, and they just made it so that every single instant and sorcery spell we cast has it. Delightful. So we'll want to make sure that we have some payoffs for this commander. We don't want to be the Simic player who just takes infinite turns. Or do we? Well, before we get to our deck list, a quick word from new sponsor, T-Fury. Every day, T-Fury has new designs that are on sale, but as you can see, they also have a great collection of other shirts. Anime, D&D, 80s retro, comic books, Lord of the Rings. There are thousands of shirts to choose from. I've been a loyal customer of theirs for 10 years, and I'm so happy to finally be sponsored by them. Click the link down below to see new designs and to add to your geek wardrobe. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Dana as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building Commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Starting off our land base, we've got the staples of Command Tower and Exotic Orchard. Both budget lands that are good enough to run in just about any multicolored commander deck. For fetch lands, we've got Misty Rainforest, Windswept Heath, Polluted Delta, Wooded Foothills, and Flooded Strand. Fetch lands are one of the best upgrades you can add to a commander deck, and I highly recommend getting those for any deck you're a fan of. For fetchable targets, we've got Breeding Pool, Hedge Maze, Turbulent Wilderness, Rimewood Falls, Tangled Islet, Sodden Verdure, and Rain-Slicked Copse. For additional lands, we've got Rejuvenating Springs, Dreamroot Cascade, Hinterland Harbor, Willow Rush Verge, Overflowing Basin, Flooded Grove, Yavimaya Coast, Bark Channel Pathway, Vine Glimmer Snarl, and Simic Growth Chamber. Lots of ways to make sure we have the right color to cast our spells. Scavenger Grounds serves as graveyard hate. Finally, we've got 8 forests and 6 islands as basics. Don't underestimate basics. They're cheap, they come into play untapped, and there are a lot of ramp spells that care about basics. For mana ramp, we've got Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Soul Talisman, and Mox Tantalite as mana rocks. For land ramp, we've got Entish Restoration, 3 Visits, Rampant Growth, Nature's Lore, Farseek, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Skyshroud Claim, Spring Mind, and Migration Path. Lots of ways to make sure we have lands to cast our spells. Our card advantage package consists of Ancestral Vision, Dig Through Time, Urban Evolution, Eureka Moment, Rhystic Study, Into the Story, Seagate Restoration, Stroke of Genius, Pull from Tomorrow, Windfall, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Rishkar's Expertise, Amanatu's Augury, and Mathemagics. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Quandrix Charm, Inevitable Betrayal, Beast Within, Natural Reclamation, Naturalize, Negate, Counterspell, Plasm Capture, Commit Memory, Sublime Epiphany, Mystic Confluence, Return to Nature, Rapid Hybridization, Pongify, Sink into Stupor, and Forceful Denial. Some spot removal with a sprinkling of counter magic. Exactly what you'd expect in a Simic deck. Our board wipes consist of Cyclonic Rift, River's Rebuke, and Azuri's Predation. Gotta love one-sided board wipes. The core of our deck consists of Emoti, Celebrant of Bounty, Crashing Footfalls, Thassa's Oracle, Laboratory Maniac, Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, Apex Devastator, and Annoyed Altasar. Finally, to really anger our opponents, we've got Nexus of Fate, Temporal Mastery, Temporal Trespass, Walk the Aeons, Time Warp, and Expropriate. Just doing Simic things. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 56 mana sources split between 39 lands, 15 pieces of ramp, and 2 MDFCs. Not too shabby. 14 pieces of card advantage, 16 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds and Commit Memory, 3 Sudden Eye win cards in Thassa's Oracle, Laboratory Maniac, and Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. The goal of our deck is to try and draw through everything. We're heavy on card advantage and could win on a dime. We could, in theory, cast Thassa's Oracle and, with its ability on the stack, win the game with a Stroke of Genius or Pull from Tomorrow. We'd need a lot of mana to do it, but it is theoretically possible. I know some of you will say, hey, Danon, that's a 2-card combo. And you'd be right. But it's not an early game 2-card combo, and it requires the right setup to pull off, so it's fine. Are you building a Quandrix the Proof Commander deck? What direction are you taking the deck in? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Robert, Pi, Kazaris, Patrick, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel Zombie, Luke, Brian, and Richard. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.